Next on Worcester News tonight, parents protesting. A Central Massachusetts family claims their son has been bullied for years. Now they're taking their message public. Plus, Red Sox win again. Fans are celebrating as the team heads to LA for Game 3 of the World Series. Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Olivia Lemon. A Warren family says their son was a target of racial slurs at a high school soccer game last weekend. Dominic Heward is 16 and his parents say he was bullied at Tantascwa Regional High School for years. Now they're protesting outside of the school, claiming nothing has been done to help their child. Our Cam Jandro joins us live now with more. Cam?
Olivia, the Hewards are asking administration at Tantascwa to step up and address the bullying Dominic has been facing over the last few years. And yet again, another racial slur was used against him on Saturday, and for his parents, it was simply the last straw.
Mark Heward stands outside Tantascwa Regional High School in protest Thursday. He says his 16-year-old son Dominic was the target of racial slurs at a soccer game last weekend.
One boy called him a monkey. Another boy physically assaulted him, also calling him a monkey. That continued through the game, continued through the handshakes of the game.
Dominic is biracial and no longer goes to Tantascwa. His parents say they moved him because of years of bullying. The alleged slurs happened when he was playing against his former school. Dominic's parents have been outside of the school all week with signs. One reads, "Bullying is accepted at Tantascwa. Educate your kids."
The same kids just bullied him again. And it got to the point where he said, "Mom, enough is enough. I can't take this anymore."
In a statement, Superintendent of Schools Aaron Nosek says, "We are currently conducting an investigation. As part of the investigation, we met with the parent on Sunday morning and are taking the necessary steps to continue the investigation. Tantascwa does not tolerate bullying or discrimination in any form." Sturbridge Police Chief Thomas Ford confirmed to Worcester News tonight they're also involved in the investigation.
We've made it our goal to stand here to educate families on what's going on. We want further education placed within the school system.
According to his parents, Dominic was red flagged for suicide while a student at Tantascwa. But Heward says they never received any additional help for Dominic from the school district.
He kind of just closed down for a little while. You know, he would share his feelings and his thoughts with us. But he said, "Mom, I really, just forget telling the faculty, forget telling the soccer coach. He's not going to help me."
The family hopes their protest sheds a light on bullying and racism to further prevent similar incidents.
People do not understand until it affects them how much it actually affects people.
Now, the family says they're expecting to meet today sometime with State Representative Todd Smola as well as the superintendent to discuss this issue. Anyone with any details around this investigation is asked to get in contact with the Sturbridge Police Department. Olivia?
All right, Cam, thank you for that. Worcester Police asking for the public's help identifying two suspects they believe are involved in vandalizing the stained glass house on the Worcester Common. Police shared these pictures on social media for the vandalism incident on the Common last weekend. Earlier this week, police were notified a stained glass structure made as part of Powwow Worcester was vandalized. Police say it may have been damaged Friday and Saturday night. Anyone with information is asked to call police. Now to Decision 2018, people on both sides of the ballot question 1 making their case in a live debate. The Massachusetts Nurses Association pushed for the ballot question, believing the state needs mandatory staffing limits for nurses. But some nurses and hospitals say it's not the solution, arguing staffing limits would lead to patients being turned away from care. Supporters say that would never happen.
It will cause decline in hospital beds. It will cause further delays in care.
Nurses will always, always, always provide care to their patients. They will never, ever turn a patient away.
The other key issue, how much this would cost to implement. Opponents put the total at nearly $1 billion. Supporters say the number is more like $40 million and hospitals can afford to pay for it. Congressman Jim McGovern and the Worcester Community Action Council toured the WCAC's new Head Start project in Webster Thursday. Head Start currently serves more than 200 children and their families in Southbridge. The program provides education, health, and nutritional services. The new location will have 4 classrooms and serve an additional 70 kids. Thursday, McGovern announced $600,000 towards the project from the Federal Administration of Children and Families.
Just about our children, it's about the adults that they become. And all of us who have supported this program over the years understand that fact. Our children are 100% of our future. They're everything. And children who come from families who are struggling, deserve every opportunity that we can provide them so they can all reach their God-given potential.
The WCAC says they're still looking to raise an additional $500,000. The center is anticipated to open in January of 2019. The Red Sox are one step closer to a World Series title, winning Game 2 last night against the Dodgers. For some in Worcester, the excitement continues as the team heads to LA. For others, they're eager, being stuck in Red Sox Nation. Our Roslyn Flaherty joins us now with more. Roslyn?
Olivia, a Dodgers fan in Worcester says he's feeling the heat, but hopes now that they're playing in LA, they'll make a comeback. Dodgers fan Steve Magana says he's feeling the pressure with his team trailing the Red Sox in the World Series.
Disappointment on my side, obviously not on the Red Sox side, but now the series is transitioning back to Los Angeles, so I think that will be good in our favor.
The Holy Cross sophomore says it can be intimidating being a Dodgers fan on campus, but is still confident his team will pull through.
I love competition. I love talking baseball, so it's intimidating, but I enjoy it.
For Red Sox fans, it's a celebration. Worcester native Steve Bauman designs his own Red Sox gear and sells it on West Boylston Street.
Boston, right? And I put a baseball here instead of having the Red Sox O, so that makes it okay. And we add the New England flavor to it by saying Believer.
He now lives in Florida, but travels to Worcester to sell the merchandise whenever a New England sports team makes it to a championship.
When the Patriots won the Super Bowl last year, I said, that's it, I'm not going to do anymore. I'm battling weather, the elements, but here I am again. I guess I just love it.
The Queen's Cups are also showing their Red Sox pride. Alicia Wagner baked these Red Sox cupcakes and they've been selling out. She says she will keep making the sugary treats until hopefully the Sox win.
We make them every day. I'm way too superstitious, so now that they have won, I have to do it every time.
Now Game 3 takes place tomorrow night at Dodger Stadium. Roslyn Flaherty, Worcester News Tonight.
And the Sox hope to keep up the momentum as they head to LA, and there is one person looking to capture every moment in a unique way. Perry Russum reports on how one artist is taking in the World Series and turning it into a masterpiece.
As the Red Sox travel to Dodger Stadium to clinch the World Series, the moment will be captured by the hands of Mark Wakis.
To me, it's the moments, capturing the moments, the historic moments.
Since 2002, he's been the Red Sox in-house artist, traveling to every World Series.
If the Red Sox win, if they do in L.A., my goal is to have something done in about a week.
He starts with a digital camera and a pad of paper.
These are my concepts. I do these quick little layouts.
He captured this big shot in the 2013 ALCS off the bat of David Ortiz.
I just was right in center field. I had my camera, and I said something's good's going to happen here.
The grand slam sent Torrey Hunter over the fence and Officer Steve Horgan's hands in the air. He says his best World Series moment was later that year.
It was just amazing. The people, the crowd, it was just something. I'll never forget the moment.
The question now is whether he will have to travel to L.A. He says he'll decide after Game 3.
If the Red Sox happen to win, I'll be there for opening day and when they get their rings and opening ceremony, which is another great moment.
Wakis says if they win tomorrow, he will fly out on Saturday to watch them win another World Series. Most of his original paintings are inside the park. At Fenway Park, Perry Russum, Worcester News Tonight.
Dozens of Spencer residents graduate from a senior police academy Thursday. The 7-week course includes topics like identity theft, opioids, and how to stay safe in your homes. Today, the senior citizens completed the course and received certificates and t-shirts from the department. Spencer police say this is something they hope they can continue in the future.
I mean, it's really an educational process, not just for us in being involved in the community, but also having people get an understanding of what we do and how our job works.
This academy was geared towards seniors. We were just telling them what we're seeing and getting their input, and their input was phenomenal. They asked a lot of questions, and they were very involved in it, and to ask us how they would go about reporting certain things, or when they call the 911 system, whether it's an emergency or they can call on the business line.
Spencer Fire, EMS, the Spencer Housing Authority, and the Worcester County District Attorney's Office also helped put together the academy. 4 concepts for Kelly Square's redesign were unveiled at a second public hearing Wednesday night. MassDOT providing the possible fixes, one of them including Harding and Millbury streets going in opposite directions of where they go now. Some other fixes included changing the directions of streets, adding signals, or even a median or rotary in the middle.
Improve safety, they do help with capacity, they address bicycle access and pedestrian access, but they also keep the character of the intersection, which is very important.
And MassDOT says they have gotten more than 300 comments from people with recommendations. They plan to have the project under construction in less than 1 year. With more than $1 million in donations, Stern's Tavern is nearing completion. Dozens of businesses have donated their time and money to help remodel the more than 200-year-old building. Our Brittany Schaefer joins us now with more. Brittany?
Olivia, the tavern received its electrical work, a sprinkler system, and much more free of charge. Preservation Worcester says it's unbelievable to have 91 local businesses contribute to the project. It's a building full of history.
The mural was painted in the 1920s, and it shows the Battle of Lexington.
And a 200-year-old structure like Stern's Tavern needs a lot of renovations.
A new foundation had to be built. Then we're working on all the systems. We're putting a kitchen and cafe, and so there are multiple projects here.
But thanks to the donations from 91 local businesses and nonprofits, the project has reached $1 million worth of funding. Preservation Worcester Executive Director Deborah Packard says they never expected this amount of generosity.
91 partners is really unprecedented, I think, in the city, and it's almost a national model of how a community can join together for an important project.
Among the donors is Cogswell Sprinkler Company. The business donated more than $20,000 worth of equipment plus labor by installing a multi-floor sprinkler system.
We had a group of gentlemen come in and install what we consider the brains of the fire sprinkler system, and just a great opportunity to get together with a lot of other groups and offer the services to them and in order for them to reach their goals.
Once completed, the tavern will be open to the public and will specifically provide opportunities for people with disabilities. Packard says the community has also donated boilers, light fixtures, sinks, and money.
Our partners have donated over $1 million of services and funds. Without that, this would not have been possible.
The project also received funding from the city, state, and federal governments. Packard says the tavern is expected to open in the spring. Brittany Schaefer, Worcester News Tonight.